Dragon also knows Marcus Eichenberry in real life. And let's talk about the $100, the amount that I have chosen for this test and why it's $100. So, you know, there's been a few people who have said, hey, I can't do $100. I want to participate, but it's just not doable. And then there's others who say, oh my God, $100 is not enough. And there's some reasons for it. Basically, we want to limit, you know, if we do dumb things with this test, we want to limit how much we would lose. And at the same time, you know, you need enough to be able to do something with it. So in the case of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going absolutely nuts lately, it's up 8.8% in the last 24 hours. Basically that's an amazing amount, you know, in our whole, you know, goals here. My goal is to make 1% a day, and literally everything I have in Bitcoin, I've made 8% in the last day. And so that's really awesome and everything, but Bitcoin is at a rate where it's, you know, $5,600 right now. And so, you know, the smallest trades you can do are 1%. And so that equals, you know, $56. And if you only have $100, that means you can only have one trade active. Now, that's okay. If you want to do that, you could put all in. You could be like, okay, I'm just going to do Bitcoin, and I'm going to put in my $100 worth of Bitcoin. I'm going to buy that right now, and then I'm going to set it to sell, and then I'm going to buy again, and I'm going to sell again. And that may be okay if you're only planning on doing 1 or 2 trades a day. But if you want more experience with it, and you want to do more trades, which I recommend, then, you know, Ethereum is going to look a lot better. And Ethereum is at $330 right now, just under that. And by the way, it was a lot less than that. It was $300 yesterday at its lowest. It says that it's up almost 8%. But if you had bought yesterday at $300, because it did hit that, and then you sell today at $330, you just made 10%. And so that may be part of our strategy as we get into this. Now, by not having just a single order like it would be with Bitcoin, and being able to have like 10 orders with Ethereum, we're going to be able to, you know, kind of hedge our bets a little bit better, and maybe try a few different little things. So you could try, you know, buying right now and then pricing it at $1 higher, which would be about 1/3%. Or you could do a 1%, which would be $3 higher, $3.30. And, you know, you're going to be able to play around with that. And also, if you're going to do instant buys and instant sells, which I've done a few of those, mostly so that I could, you know, try it and see how it worked out. And basically, those are around 1/4%. So on $100, 1/4% would be about 25 cents. And so an instant buy would have that fee, and an instant sell can have that fee as well. But when you place the market orders, which that's a market order when you place a limit order, which we will be talking more about before we get started here. Those are free, but you're hedging your bets that the volume's going to move one way or another. So look at that. It just went up another $1. Woo-wee! I don't have anything in Ethereum right now. I've got everything in Bitcoin. So, but that's a whole nother story. So my Bitcoin, see, if I had done just a $1 transaction on that, I could have done it right here, right now on the show, even while it was at such a high mark. But that's the whole thing. Hindsight is 20/20. Okay, so if you want even more orders, or there's been a couple of people that have told me that, hey, I really want to do this, but I'm only willing to put in like $10. Well, you know, fine. You can put in $10. You're going to be very, very limited on what you can do, but, you know, you can do that. And so you can still prove it with $10. And here's how. So Litecoin here is at $58 for one coin. And in this, with Litecoin, so you can get in at 1%, which would be, what is that? 58 cents. So if you put in 10 bucks, you'd be able to get like 15, 17 orders, something like that going. And this as well went up 11% in the last 24 hours. Just amazing. So, and I also think that our test happening right here, right now, while the market is just so explosive that there's almost no way that we can lose money. But I don't think this will last forever. And I really think it's about timing and taking advantage of it all and everything. And but anyway, if you want to get in for just 10 bucks, you can. And just keep the number round, you know, 10 bucks or 100 bucks, whatever. So that you can, at the end of all of this, look at it and easily deduct how much money you've made. So, or how much money you've lost, because you can lose it. You know, we could all get into this and be all like, oh, this is just absolutely awesome. And the market just go, and most of our money's gone. It's possible. So, you know, if you don't have the money to lose, then do not get involved in this. So anyway, that is my thoughts of why it's 100 bucks. It's very tempting, especially with Bitcoin and everything, to say $1,000 or something like that. But the problem is that that would ace out most of the people who want to participate in this, and also most of us don't have an extra $1,000 to lose. I don't have $1,000 to lose. 100 bucks, it wouldn't cause me to miss paying any of my bills. $1,000, well, probably still wouldn't cause me to miss paying any of my bills, but certainly it would hurt a lot worse to lose that. So anyway, I'm still looking forward to you joining us. Do post any questions in the comments, and I am going over those and using those questions for future videos. And and one last thing. Coinbase just announced yesterday that they are beginning to roll out quicker deposits through both bank accounts and through credit card. And the credit card stuff, I actually did a test yesterday with funding with a credit card, and it was, I don't know, took 2 minutes or something like that, which was very, very quick compared to the amount that you can do with a bank transfer. The amount of a credit card is very low. It limited me to $150 on the maximum that I could do, and I noticed that. And so if you're putting in your $100, it'll work. It'll be fine. But you know, there is that stuff. We're also coming up. Next video is going to be talking about your account creation and ID verification and why. So if you're hung up on that question and you're really, you know, concerned about it, we're going to talk about it, because with anything there's risk. And while I think things are okay with this site, you know, we'll talk about that. So I'm Marky Dragon. Take care and put your questions in the comments. I want to see them.